So the usage of the word to, the adverb to. It says to is always an adverb, but it has two distinct meanings, each with its own usage patterns. However, we're going to focus on the excessively used. Okay, so here, guys, in this explanation, we're going to see to as an adverb that modifies an adjective, okay? An adverb that modifies an adjective. We are not going to focus on the other use of to, you know, like me too, something like that. So to as an adverb has excessively, means like excessively, something that is more than needed. Here you have it. I had to add it here because it was not there. More than necessary or wanted. So when we use to before an adjective, we are saying that that is not good for us because it has more than necessary or is more than wanted, more than what we want, more than what we want. So therefore, it has a negative meaning. So whenever we use to, we are expressing a negative thing. It doesn't matter what adjective it is. If we use to, for us, it has a negative connotation. It expresses negativity, something bad. For example, I can say, this juice is too sweet. This juice is too sweet. If I say that, I like sweet. I like it a lot. But now, this juice is too sweet. So when I use too in here, I am saying that that juice is excessively sweet. Excessively sweet. Therefore, I do not like it, okay? I don't like it. It's bad for me. That's what I consider. It is bad for me. Other examples, this coffee is too hot, okay? This coffee is too hot. So you don't want it that hot. You want it less hot so you can drink it. Maybe you cannot drink it because it's too hot. That's the point. You want to drink it, so you want it to be less hot and not too hot, not exaggeratedly hot. He works too hard. It's okay to work hard, but it's not okay to work too hard because that is an how do you say? It's an exaggeration. That's the point. When we use to, we're talking about exaggerations. So he works too hard. He's exaggerating. That means that he is exaggerating. That's what it means, basically. He is exaggerating, okay? So that is bad. Isn't she too young? Isn't she too young? So what happens with young? Isn't she too young? Imagine that you are 16 years old. Imagine that you are 16 years old, but you want to drink a beer, Presidente, alcohol. Or not that. You want to go to a disco. You want to dance. You want to go dancing with your friends, whatever. But you are 16 years old. Okay? So you, I don't know, you tell your mother, Mom, I want to go to the disco. It says, no, you can't because you are 16 years old. You are too young. You are too young. Oh, you are too young to go to the disco. So depending on the situation, this, I can use this, and this will mean something negative, okay? Because young is okay to be young. That's perfect. I wish I were. But in this circumstance, is not good. Why? Because you want to go to the disco, but you can't because you are 16 years old and you need to be 18 at least. So you are too young to go to the disco. So this is bad. It means that it's bad for you because you cannot enter. Okay. Next one. I am not too short. So here, what happens? We have two negatives. So you're basically saying, I am fine. Like, my height is okay. My height is okay. I am not a midget. That's basically what you're saying. I am not too short. Like, I am short, but not too much. Okay? I am short, but not too much. So that's what they're saying here. That's why you have two negatives. You have I am not negative and too short negative, which actually eliminates the negativity from that and makes it affirmative. So I am short, but not too much. That's what they are saying. Okay, I am not too short. I can reach, for example, the cabinet. I can reach the cabinet. I can reach the cover, and so on. So that is the use of to. We use to for something that is when we want to denote exaggeration in something, in describing an adjective. But remember, everything is, when you use to, you're trying to say that that is bad for you. You don't like it, okay? Even if you say she's too beautiful, that is incorrect to say if you want to give a compliment, okay? If you want to give a compliment, don't say she's too beautiful because it's bad. You can say she's so beautiful or she's very beautiful, okay? But never too beautiful. That is bad for you. Very, you know, very goes before an adverb or adjective to make it stronger. You just intensify the adjective with that. For example, strong adjectives are words like very big, enormous, huge, very small, tiny. These are words that have the same definition as these ones here, okay? Instead of saying very big, we say enormous or huge, but you can say very big, okay? No problem. Very small, tiny. You remember Tiny Toons? They were called Tiny Toons because they were tiny. Very clever, brilliant, very bad, awful, terrible, disgusting, dreadful, or like someone wrote, terrorific. Very sure, I am certain. Instead of I am very sure, teacher, no, you say I am certain, teacher, certain. Very good, excellent, perfect, ideal, wonderful, splendid, and very tasty, delicious, delicious food. So that's the use of very. You use it a lot, I know. Actually, this is too easy to explain, but anyway, there is a big difference in meaning between, oh yes, I explained that, you know, to is for something negative and the other is for like just to increase, to intensify that, but in a affirmative connotation, in an affirmative idea. So, well, you have it here. Very expresses a fact, while to suggests there is a problem. You see, to suggests there is a problem. It is very hot outside, okay? That's a fact. Now, it is too hot outside to go for a walk. This is that similar to the example I gave you. So you want to go outside for a walk, but it's too hot, so you're not gonna do it. So for you, it's bad. Okay, so let me stop this for a moment. Conjunctions. Conjunctions are linking words. What are linking? Linking are like connectors, okay? Conjunctions are linking words like and or but, then and however. Though, okay, this is incorrect. There you go. Though, etc. So what are linking words? Linking words are words that connect ideas in a sentence, okay? They connect ideas on a paragraph or sentences, whatever you want to put it. So they connect ideas. Those ideas can be similar or they can be different. They can be similar or they can be different. So there are several types and subtypes of conjunctions. but our focus will be on the ones standing for BATH, but, and, though, and however. Why they put thought? But, and, though, and however. Okay, it's called bad. The order is made for the sake of the mnemonic. You know, just for you to memorize them. So how do we use them? But, let's make it simple. We use but to link items which are the same grammatical type, coordinated conjunction. But is used to connect ideas that contrast. So we have two ideas that are different, but we want to put them together. So in this case, we use but. So let me give you an example here before we leave the example there. She is beautiful, but crazy. She is beautiful, but crazy. Or you can say, but she's crazy, if you prefer to say that. Oh, I already heard she. Type she. So she's beautiful, but she's crazy. So what happened? She's beautiful is good. Okay, that's a good adjective. That's a good quality to define someone. Now, she's crazy is not good. That is not a good quality to define the person. So what do we have? Since we have this idea, which is good, and this other, which is different to this one, then we're going to use but to separate them. Okay, she is beautiful, but she is crazy. So here we have some examples. I love to live in here, but it is expensive. Okay, so this idea is good. I love to live in here. Now, it is expensive is not good. Okay, it is expensive is not good. It's not a good idea. Dave bought a house in Palenque, but they still haven't sold their house in Jamey. So they have a house in Jamey. They are not going to live there, so they have to sell it or rent it or something like that. So here we have, this idea is good. They bought the house in Palenque. But this is not good because it is different. They still haven't sold their house in Jamey. Another, I love English. But teacher Eligia gives a lot of homework. Okay? I love English. It's a good idea. It's good. But teacher Eligia gives a lot of homework. So in this case, since we have different, ideas, one is like okay, the other is not okay for the person speaking, then we're going to use but to connect those ideas. Because you cannot say, oh, I love English. Teacher Eligia gives a lot of homework. It's not logic to say it like that. So you need a connector. You need a linking word. And that's where the connectors here, the conjunctions comes in. Now we have and. And is a coordinating conjunction, okay? It's a coordinating conjunction. We use and to connect two words, phrases, causes, ideas, opinions, or prefixes together. So what do we have in here? We can use and when we are enumerating things, okay? For example, here, parks and zoos are nice places. We are enumerating, only that. Parks and zoos are nice places for family to spend time together. So we are just enumerating in them. Here we have, I have to go and make a line in Banreservas. I have to go and make a line in Banreservas. So we are just, this is a mosquito. We're just connecting these phrases or ideas here, okay? My best friend and my father, same thing like here, like parks and zoos. My best friend and my father's father both came from a T, okay? Phrase, phrase. The photos are black and white, adjective and adjective. We connected with that are black and white. She got to the door and put the key in the latch. Two clauses. She got to the door and put the key to the latch. We have two clauses. Remember, clauses are sentences, okay? A clause is a sentence that has subject and a verb. He is very athletic and talented. Opinion. He is very athletic and talented. And the houses were a mix of pre and post-war build. Prefix and prefix. So, like this is a prefix and this is a prefix, okay? Now, what do we have? This is the one that we use the most and that we're going to use the most. The one for opinion. He is very athletic and talented. So we use, unlike but, we use and to connect two opinions that are both positive or affirmative. He is very athletic and talented, okay? So this is good and this is good. Athletic and talented. So they're both good. Unlike but, we would say she's talented but stupid, you know, something like that. Now we got though. Though. But before we go into though, let's have another pause. Now we got though. Yes, the pronunciation is though, though, though. Okay, try to put your tongue between your teeth and say though. Though is often used to describe a contrasting situation in which the speaker is aware that it is. So we have a contrasting situation. So somehow is similar to but, okay? It is similar to but. You're going to see it. Use though or anyway with the word thank you to express appreciation. Okay, this is not what we want. Well, this is one example of what they said above. Would you like something to drink? I've just had some water, thanks though. I've just had some water, thanks anyway. Okay, this is one of the uses that we are not interested in now, okay? Now, other example. I already ate, thanks though. I already ate. Like for example, do you want some food? Do you want some food? Do you want some cookies? It says, no, thanks. I already ate. Like, I already ate, though. I already ate, though, in this case. So, it is similar to this anyway. Or in here, it can be regardless or nonetheless. Now, however is a formal way, like a more polite way to say but. Okay, it's a formal way to say but. Formal, it's more educated, it's more polite to say but. So, can be used in a number of different ways. In each usage requires particular punctuation. So, the most common way of using however is to mean but. This usually comes at the beginning of a sentence and is followed by a comma. Okay, usually. So you have different usages. You can use it at the beginning and you can use it in the middle, in the center. You're gonna see it. The calendar claimed the month was May. However, the temperature felt more like November. So you see, however, here is at the beginning of this sentence, but it's in the middle, in the center of these two sentences, okay? The calendar claimed the month was May. However, the temperature felt more like November. For this use, it's also correct to put it in the middle of the sentence with commas in either side. It was May. It was, however, between commas, very nippy. Okay, so we can change this because this is words that you don't know. Let's say cool. It was May. It was, however, very cool. You know, May, for example, now it is very hot, very, very, very hot. So the person here says the temperature felt more like November. So that's why he says, however. Or you can put it at the end after a comma. I am normally wearing shorts by this time of the year. I'm afraid of pneumonia, however. I'm afraid of pneumonia, however. So I don't know what shorts have to do with pneumonia because pneumonia is in your chest, not in your shorts. But anyway, I am normally wearing shorts by this time of the year. I'm afraid of pneumonia, however. So you can use however at the end. Not but however. But it is wrong to use however between two parts of a sentence that make sense by themselves. I look forward to this time of the year. However, today I have goosebumps. So this sentence basically continues, is connected to this one, and they have like similar connotations. So the use of however here is not really necessary. You can use but here instead because it is a conjunction or joining words. However, it's not a conjunction when it means but. I look forward to this time of the year, period. However, today I have goosebumps. You know what goosebumps are? I have to show you a picture for that later. So it is grammatically correct. So instead of having the commas there, like they have the commas here, we are going to have one sentence, period, and then you put however, today I have goosebumps. Now, if you're going to connect it with a comma, the two sentences, so you better use but in that case, in that circumstance. So that's it.